Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Messi! It is a very, very good save.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He is through here! Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pinches it off him. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Aguero. Looking for options for movement. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Still goalless. Played out to the left flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And it's hit the woodwork and out! Dealt with nicely by the defence. A probing pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Fernandez. And it's Simons. Vardiol going forward. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Ambitious ball here. It's a promising position. It's a searching pass. And it's hoisted clear. Throw in. Messi. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And he's only too happy to take that back. Searching pass he's played there. That's really well cleared. Cleared away. That's very neat. Ball's gone out of play. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Spread it left. Oh, that's fabulous. And the ball is out of play. And it's Messi. And that could set him on his way. And he cuts out the supply. Played into space. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rudiger wins the duel this time. So what can they make of this? Van Dijk. That's the end of the first 45. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. So the first half brought no goals. Good ball, good take. Nicely shaped ball. Now this could be a chance. He's got away. Simmons! And that is wildly off target.
Bangladesh certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking. There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now that looks a decent ball. Picked out brilliant, and the shot! And he's stuck it away! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Oh, good spread. Bangladesh still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Not the most accurate pass. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's made its way to him. Knocks it into space. It's a goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Plays it in low. And he thumps it clear. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rodri gets a foot in here. Aimed beyond the defence. Passing is crisp and sharp.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Fernandez making good progress. Just about up to 75 minutes. This is a promising build-up. Opts for safety. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Simons. Oh, super find. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Referee's given a throw. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Ball is over the line. Simons. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something...
He's having a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ball's out once more. Rudiger. And it's Aguero. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Bangladesh really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Bangladesh are running out of time to save themselves. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Impressive jump! Goal! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Rodri has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. That's that, the end. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Zaccagni is someone I really like the look of, Peter. I suppose you could say he's a bit of a late bloomer, and it's only relatively recently that he started playing in that attacking role. He's fast, direct, energetic. For me, he's at his best when isolating and going past defenders and cutting in from that left side, so watch out for that.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh, played through for the wide man. Keeper's dealt with that. Noslin! Now that is commitment to the cause. They've played it short. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rudiger with the clearance. Pellegrini. Rudiger can clear it away. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's got away. Oh, he's played it in low. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. He'll try from distance. Wide, but only just.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
And it's Simons. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He has found the way through. Marusic picks it up out wide. Zaccagni! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Belahian. That's destined for the flank. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Zaccagni goes short. Spread out to the left. He's picked his way through. Pellegrini's cross. And it's Pellegrini. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pellegrini, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Delibashiru. Bangladesh still without a single shot on target. Marusic. And Cancellieri. Now it's Noslin. And he's managed to get free. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gigot cuts it out. Delibashiru. Gigot. And it's Romagnoli. And that has left him in a heap. Delibashiru. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Marusic. Fernandez. Now it's Aguero. He shifted it to the flank. Xavi Simons receives it. Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. No, not quite. Pellegrini. Zaccagni. And Belahian. And here's Zaccagni. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Pellegrini. This looks promising. And it's made its way to him. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Played out towards the right wing. Can he latch on to this? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Fernandez does really well to win the ball there. Pellegrini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Furlaneto getting this one clear. Belahian. He's found a way through. Delibashiru. Now it's Noslin.
Noslin really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Zaccagni. Zaccagni is in a really good position out wide.
1 minute added time.
Messi. And that's a good ball. And he's been shifted off it. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are where we began. Tries one from range! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tries to pass it through. And it's Delibashiru. Messi. Rudiger. Koundé. Now it's Aguero. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Isaacson. Delibashiru. Isaacson. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Now it's Simons. Knocks it into space. And this is Aguero. Belahian. And it's Pellegrini. Cataldi. Distributed tidily. And it's Delibashiru. Here's Zaccagni. And it's Delibashiru. Rudiger is there and he can get that clear. Can he spark a counter here? He's beaten the last man. Not a hint of offside here. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. Furlaneto defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Zaccagni. Pellegrini gets into a good position. Pellegrini's cross. Punched away. That is ended up in no man's land. Pellegrini. And it's Delibashiru. Delibashiru! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Opts for safety. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Aimed beyond the defence. Rudiger does well to get it back. Chance, surely! Messi. Aguero. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, no joy this time. Now he's off and running. That's beautifully weighted. And this is Aguero.
Bangladesh really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And here's Shevchenko. Lazio have it back and can go again. Fernandez. And here's Xavi Simons. He's found a way. He's having a pop! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's quick to get rid. So here comes a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Koundé wins the duel this time. And no, that was never going to make it. Pedraza. Pedraza. Showing great feet there. Now it's Dia. Oh, good spread. Delibashiru. That is a crunching tackle. Impressive jump. Oh, that was no route. The whistle's gone and the game is over. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters. He's having a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Courtois claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Aguero. Now it's Messi. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rodri, and here's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Fernandes. He's having a pop! And it's a goal! And there is your opener. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Quarter of an hour played. That is a great pick out. Now he's off and running. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Shevchenko. Great vision. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's Aguero. Messi! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Nicolucci. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Messi. Fernandes. Oh, he's having a go! Fantastic from Fernandes! A finish right from the top draw! They are purring, truly purring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he's intervened well there. Some good work on the right flank here. Shevchenko gets into a good position. And that's going up front in a hurry. Well timed, excellent interception. Quality ball. Fernandes. Ah, looks a smashing ball. Approaching the half-hour mark. Nicely weighted ball. It's Aguero! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're threatening to fly away here. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
A case now of complete control.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. Well, there's the clearance. Nicolucci. Bangladesh have scored 2 quick goals here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Played back into the centre. Opts for safety. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That's a shade optimistic. Bangladesh heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Shevchenko tries a shot! Oh, brilliant save!
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Aguero. Xavi Simons. Nicolucci.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Nicolucci. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Bangladesh producing a nigh-on perfect 45 minutes. It's 3-0. So straight into the second half. And here's Xavi Simons. Lovely bit of skill. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nicolucci. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's destined for the flank. Rodri gets a foot in here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Succumbs to the pressure. The message is clear, none shall pass. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Great chance! He's kept it out just.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Aguero tries to clear. 3-0 the score and very little. He'll try from distance! Smashing save, really good save that.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Can he get it through? Nicolucci.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's been hooked away. He's having a hit! Always going over the top.
Messi most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That's been cut out, well played. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Threads one in. Now it's Aguero. Well, the defence proved... Oh, what a mistake! Van Dijk.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Messi. Looking for the run. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Shevchenko picks it up out wide. Fernandez, header! Could be danger here. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's a pretty loose pass. Now, can they get him away? The ball is loose and the chase is on. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Now it's Aguero. Looking to play him in. Pinches it off him. Now who's going to be first to this? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, that has not gone well. Nicely aimed pass. And this is... Oh, that's ambitious! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Bangladesh certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 76.
Parma are making a change now.
Lasciano il campo per
Point-blank header!
il numero 15.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Now it's Aguero. Spread it left. And he was quick to react. Just 5 minutes left. Tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nicolucci. Not the most accurate pass.
Il quarto uomo
Oh, he's
indica
going to be
2
disappointed
minuti
with
di
that.
recupero.
2 minutes to be added on. Oh, it's come loose. Fernandez. And that is that. Bangladesh really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Fernandez taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter.
হ্যালো 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 কি অবস্থা সবার আজকে নেটে প্রচন্ড প্রবলেম করতেছে ভাই আজকে আরে ফাইন ব্রো 1 vs 1 চ্যালেঞ্জ ঠিক আছে ভাই পিসিটা তৈরি করে নাও আগে ভাই এতক্ষণ ধরে একটা মিশন কমপ্লিট করলাম জাস্ট এই টোকেনটা পাওয়ার জন্য এটা প্লেয়ারকে প্লেয়ারটা কই এই যে কুন্দে ডিফেন্সিভ ওকে এটারই এই প্লেয়ারটার ট্রেনিং করানোর পরে ডিভিশন ম্যাচ কয়েকটা খেলা হবে দেখা যাক চলো কই $95 $98 প্যারা নাই আমাদের ডিভিশনের প্রথম ম্যাচ আজকের দেখা যাক ওকে ভাই আমাদের প্রথম ম্যাচ দেখি অপোনেন্ট অপোনেন্টের টিমটার একটু দেখা যাক 1106 স্ট্রেংথ ভালোই ক্যারেট পেলও আছে
Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Okay. Let's play.
So we're up and running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And it's Messi. Great chance!
Arey.
It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Fernandez. Scholes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Done delicately. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Yamal. In with the challenge. Has a look and plays it forward. Nicely weighted ball. Now he's got space here. That's a little off target. Shevchenko. That's a shade optimistic. De Bruyne. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
De Ligt clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. He's got away. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Threads one in. Oh, look at the space here. That is a crunching tackle. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Out of play for a goal kick. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Yamal showing great feet there. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's there to belt it away. Pass is just off target. It's loose now and they want to get it back. No foul, says the referee. Hernandez clears. Now he's had it taken off him. Knocks it into space. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Inter! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Looking to play him in. And the... Van Basten! And he hits the net. And they're threatening to fly away here. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Van Basten demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So that's 2 now without reply. Well done. Shot at goal! Oh, crossbar!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's an imaginative pass. And he can clear it away. Could move up a gear here. Well, that has not gone well. And it's Messi. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Inter Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Yamal. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Looking for options for movement. Looking for the run. Fernandez. Oh, this looks sharp.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Aguero was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shevchenko. Hernandez. He shifted it to the flank. Tries to pass it through. And he shoots! And one more try! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Not the most accurate pass. Quick look, then plays it in. And he's quick to get rid. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che tra poco sul maxi schermo saranno trasmessi gli orari degli autobus navetta. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22. Viene sostituito.
So, into the second half.
Numero 10. Messi.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's gone looking for safety. Can he finish? And he's there to get it away. And that has left him in a heap. Ambitious ball here. De Ligt with the clearance. Short changes him with that pass. A probing pass. And that has been cleared. Bangladesh, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's lofted through here. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, there's the clearance. Just about within shooting range. And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And he welcomes it in. It's Bale! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. So that goal then.
Oh, I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's good defending.
Mbappe! Scholes is there and he can get that clear. Good running, strong and purposeful. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bale is in a really good position out wide. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Rodri getting this one clear. Can he get it through? Played into space. Well timed, excellent interception. Pass somewhat off target. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nice looking ball. He won't be happy with that one. Plays a sharp little ball here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. The less said about that pass, the better. And they've got rid. Bangladesh ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Good ball, good take. He's Mbappe! And somehow he kept it out.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
This their second corner of the game, and it's been taken short. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. De Ligt attempts a clearance. Gets a good foot in there. He's on it. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Out towards the flank. He's picked his way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That is ended up in no man's land. And he was quick to react. And it's Messi. And he plays one through. And it's been hooked away. And here's Mbappe. That's a lovely pass. Mbappe. Costa Curta cuts it out.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Yamal. Pinches it off him. No luck with that dink over the top. Messi. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable.
আরে ভাই, 3 নম্বর গোলটাতে কন্ট্রোলই হয় নাই, ঝামেলা হয়েছে, শুধু শুধু 3টা গোল হয়েছে। ভাই 5টা মিনিটের ব্রেক, একটু পরে আসতেছে। The division second match. I miss her. Okay. Up. তো বাইন যেটা খেলে দেখা যাক অপোনেন্ট ভাই রে ভাই অপোনেন্টের টিম আজকে এক একজন আইতেছে কি লেভেলের ভাই Let's go.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say it's...
Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right!
Hi.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Oh, alright.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
At last, আমাদের opponent আসছে.
So a breakthrough already.
Hey,
Molina ventures forward,
hey bhai.
looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now there's a fine ball. Messi tries to thread one through.
আরে একবারে বলটা পায়া গেছিল রে ভাই.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
McAllister. Great ball if he can get there. Rodri. A probing pass. Oh, that's clever. Oh, that was vital. Spread it left. Rafinha. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a good one he's making out on the left. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. Rafinha with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Lisandro Martinez promptly onto that, and that is that.
Hi.
Shevchenko!
Yeah.
And a neat
Second goal.
finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Number 22.
I also
So
miss
that's
her,
two
bro.
now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Decent chance! Fantastic from Fernandez! A finish of true class! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Chance, surely! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
আসলেই ভাই মারাত্মক
More or
আছে
less by
আপাতত
himself,
আপগ্রেড
as
আসার আগ
cool
পর্যন্ত
as you like.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
এটা খাইছি
Bangladesh now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Molina. Xavi Simons. Played into space. Well, that has not gone well. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
আরে
Tries to play it through. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. What a throw in. That is ended up in no man's land. Rafinha looking for the run. Now that's well seen too. Xavi Simons receives it in a wide position. Now it's Yamal. Threads one in. Fernandez goes sliding in. And here's Rafinha. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's shifting through the gears here. Aguero. So much time and space. Chance for a shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Bangladesh visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
বান্দাই তো আছে আমি ভাবছি বান্দার নেট প্রবলেম
Courtois with the clearance. Can he get on the end of this? Rafinha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's a throw-in.
দিলাম ক্লিয়ার দিছে পাস
There will be a throw-in. Fernandez. McAllister. Now that looks a decent ball. Deftly away. Out for a throw. And it's McAllister. And here's Messi.
Oh, Messi
Shevchenko. He's got a great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
3 minutes added time.
And he was alert to it. Yamal. Koundé gets across to intercept that. Yamal. Now it's Messi. Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Messi. Fernandez. And he shoots! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time.
Bangladesh have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess.
after half time. बंदे की कैसे हुआ?
And here is the first touch of the second half. He's had it taken off him. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nicely worked. And that's a good ball. Big chance! Oh, he's done it!
Hat-trick. अरे भाई,
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter,
He's having a pop! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And that has been cut short. Xavi Simons. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Fernandez. Yamal. Now it's Messi. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Aimed beyond the defence. Tries to pass it through. That is good alertness. Martinez.
Yeah, he did.
And here's Rafinha. Back where it came. And the shot!
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage.
Messi.
Yamal!
Messi ने
Xavi Simons wins the duel this time. Molina gets over and intercepts. Martinez. Can he get it through? Messi. Fernandez. Oh, some tackle that. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. McAllister, and it's Messi. Now it's Simons. Xavi Simons making good progress. Molina simply refused to be outdone there. Over to the right flank. Xavi Simons. And he thumps it clear. Martinez. Molina. This is a promising build-up. To McAllister. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rafinha gets into a good position. Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi getting this one clear. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Lisandro Martinez does really well to win the ball there. Yamal. Oh, this is a terrific run. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution in progress.
बंदे ने की येलो कार्ड खाई रेड कार्ड खाओ जी
Rafinha, and the pass is intercepted. That's a cute ball. Rafinha. He's found a way through. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that pass just didn't quite work. Serginho. McAllister has been caught there, it's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Played out towards the right wing. Rafinha. Some good work on the right flank here. Pass is just off target. And Messi! And it's come back out to him. Goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
বান্দায় বের হয়ে গেছে ভাই। এটা মানতে পারলাম না। আরেকটা খেললে টোকেনটা পাবো, টোকেন পাইলে একটা কোনো ফ্রি প্লেয়ার নিতে পারবো। ওকে এভরিওয়ান, আজকে এই পর্যন্তই। সবাই ভালো থাকো, সুস্থ থাকো।